Welcome everybody to the latest Challenge of Doom. That's right, it's our Tuesday night tournament series. That is only 6 rounds, limited number of players, so we can always make sure that we have someone get a first place. It's the best chance for Raging Bolt Ogerpon to get there. Currently, we are waiting for it to start here very shortly. We currently need to update actually the suspended cards. We're not going to worry about it now tonight. But Palafin EX does break the game, and I believe there's a Ditto now that's breaking the game. So we definitely have to watch out for that. But other than that, we should have hopefully a good night tonight. We have we're still in the newest format, which if you haven't seen, I could actually look at the meta game right now, but I'm not going to. We have a new kind of, not, I wouldn't say BDIF yet. It's just the new hotness, the new take. That is Raging Bolt Ogerpon, which currently has about a 50.89% win rate. I mean, people are still figuring it out. And Lugia Archeops coming up higher, and Dragapult not being that most played deck right now. It is up there. I mean, it's still number 3, but it's not all the way up. And on top of that, Gardevoir still up there, Snorlax Stall, Charizard Pidgeot still coming around, Lost Zone Box up there. Lost Zone Tina, Blissey. Oh man, Blissey doesn't have it. But hopefully we'll see a good time with that. We should have lots going on. The Prowlers, I just read what you wrote on the Discord. I mean, you could try both. You really can. Can't beat all the Mimikyus. So we've got about 45 seconds left on my end to get before we get going. So let's make sure we got set up. And then once we get going, Prowlers, I'm already in the table with you. So it would be probably the easiest go with you, unless you're playing with something really bad. Yeah, that is interesting that Blissey has such a bad percentage, but considering that it's only been played like 2% of decks, and it has some decent, but I mean, look at this, nothing too good right now. So, let's get this tournament going. We've already hit cap. We already have enough players. So we'll get it going. So let's look at the metadata while Prowler sets up. We find out who they are up against. So currently, actually in this metagame, Lugia Archeops has come in really strong this week. It is actually the #1. Considering that we run 64 people for now, am playing around with the idea of kicking it up to double. The biggest issue that I run into with running a longer tournament on a Tuesday is I do have work. I do work a full-time job. Running a late, and I would need to push it ahead an hour, and I can't do that right now. That's the biggest issue I'm running into. So do have Dragapult a little bit further down. I also do have Mysterious Players. It looks like he's in. Let's see who Prowlers is up against and what they are playing. Right, all the cards and everything is weird. We got the new Gardevoir going up against old school Roaring Moon Dunsparce. It'll be interesting. Harmsamu or Harmsamu. Thank you for the follow. Let's put Mysterious Players on. He is just, he's mysterious. Oh, he's on the arc. He is. Ooh. Okay, talking real quick about the crafting, right? There's it's just so many things you could have go wrong with it. Ooh, Nelson streaming. Or Nelson's playing. He did really well. LA. David, he's on the Palkia again. So we got some good people coming in. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. It could still be viable because this is up against Gardevoir. So we'll have to see how it does. And also, if you have any questions about this weekend's regional quotation, go ahead and ask them and I will answer them. That's why I chose tonight to be a solo night, just so I can make sure that I can answer any and all questions with no issues. So if you had any questions about like how does the pricing work, how does the tournament itself works, anything like that, go ahead and tell me. Coops, I'm looking into the possibility. The biggest issue comes down to time and always making sure we have a clear cut. So maybe in the future here, there won't be a challenge next week because I'm going to be recovering from streaming all weekend for the regional. So there won't be a challenge. I'm still deciding if there will be a tournament. Is Charizard better or Xatu with Dragapult? I've seen some people say the Charizard's better because if you have the Pidgeot. He prizes Unfair Stamp, but he does get the Flutter Mane. You can see a possibility of switching into the Flutter Mane here. If anything, just to protect the Ralts from being KO'd. And one of the biggest new things you are seeing in the Gardevoir decks is the Munkidori. And on top of that, they are also playing the Darkness Energy to use it. Zara can clean up late game, whereas Xatu can't. But Xatu is less likely to be hurt by stuff, less likely it can still be hurt by stuff like Unfair Stamp or a late game in Iono or Roxanne. Really, it comes down to your own point. I was trying to remember who else they were talking. Oh, Lost Zone Pult's also coming out there, but in my opinion, Lost Zone Pult's more of a trap. It's like you think being able to Lost Zone is really good, and then having access to stuff like Mirage Gate, so you can power it up with whatever energies you need. It's just better that way. All right, I'm just dealing with something real quick, but we'll have to definitely see. Did the game freeze? The stream freeze here? Did I lose them? Give me a sec here. If we lost them, we do have another game we can jump into real quick. We do have Savid and Mysterious Player playing, which Mysterious Player is playing Arc V-Star, Dragapult EX. We might need to make that jump. We will just jump for now. I don't know what's going on with Prowlers. But we will change the game real quick so we can make sure that we have a game going. To work. There we go. All right, we got a game. Prowler, I don't believe you're still in stream, but you are having an issue. I don't know what's going on. I'm just changing just to make sure. So you did hear this right. You did hear this right. Mysterious Player is playing Arceus Dragapult. So they're like, you know what? You know what? I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna play this exactly the way I want. Which, if you watch the regionals this weekend, LA regionals, you may have seen a deck late in the stream that was piloted by the one and only Lock Nguyen, playing Arceus Armarouge. And you know, in some ways, you could possibly play Dragapult that same way. Arceus doesn't exactly power it up. But I still want to see how player plays this, because like we've thought about, yes, Arc Bazooka. We thought it would be it, but I mean, still. I'm pulling up his deck list right now as he is actually playing up against Blissey, which that makes it even more interesting. Well, that's because Locke's a friend of mine. Locke's awesome. Locke almost made top 8 with it. He should have. What he explained to us is that he bricked hard on his last game. And it was up against Chin Pao. Now, what's interesting here is his opponent is actually playing this. Oh, he's got to be using stuff like Mela, the new Mela. The worst thing apart about that, watching that game, was not even watching it. It was the fact that I was, I was in the car. I was in the car. And so I had to sit there and listen to it and like hopefully hear something and have something good. That's cool. What's up, Moxie? Congratulations on your LA run, dude. Very good, very amazing. It's all the Tournament of Doom grinding, man. That's what it is. It's what it is. You can't tell me that not grinding the Tournament of Doom doesn't make you a better player. Like, I actually asked that on Twitter. Like, what's people's thoughts about online tournament, right? And there's one thing to say about testing. There's another thing about putting in reps. Oh, sick, dude. I didn't even see the Lugia cloth fiasco, so I don't know what happened with that. Like, I'm at the point where I am trying to play more online tournaments. I just don't, my schedule doesn't line up so well with it. Like, I'd love to play the late nights, but I'm at work. I'm I am at work, as in like I'm in the office, not just at home. Whenever the late nights happen, and then I get home, and then I cook dinner and everything when the other ones start. So I just don't have the time for it. And the reason why I bring up the late nights is because they're one of the other largest tournaments out there. So it's like, okay, cool. Like that would be the place where I'd like to get play. So in time. So now the question here is, for this deck, this Dragapult Arceus, they are going to run into the issue here that they can out heal them. Yeah, Cash, that's what we're doing. Oh, Cash, message me on Twitter. I'm gonna check when you're over here in Seattle. Because I'll try to actually schedule some time to meet up with you in person. Scoop up Cyclone. That's a card I wasn't going to say I was going to hear anytime recently. Oh, that might actually work out. Cash, that might actually work out for me. The 19th? Oh wait, it might not. I don't know. Maybe it will. Because I think my kids have school off that day, but it might not matter anyways because Mrs. Jones is cool. Alright, so what does player do here? Does he get the easy KO on the Chansey on the bench, limiting their ability to continue to like stream Blissey's, or do you go just hit what's in the active and spread your damage? Dude, that's what I like about Seattle. I've lived in the Pacific Northwest my whole life, and it feels weird going to other places. Yeah, the 19th might actually work out great. I'll have to make sure Mrs. Doom knows. So we put the 200 onto the Palkia that's not evolved yet. He has a hard retreat, so the Blissey would have to move almost all energy to it. He's forcing it to either attack him or optionally go elsewhere, do other one. Yeah, if you're there in the, like I just messaged you about, but yeah, if you're the 19th, it'd be so good. Easier for me. You know what? Surprisingly, we've had no judge requests tonight. Right? And the thing, okay, here's the thing about Mysterious Player cooking. We were watching Prowler's game, but Prowler's got frozen up. So I was trying to figure out what was going on with that. Hello there, everyone coming in from King Dre's stream. I'm Senior Doom, tournament organizer, professional illustrator, wannabe game caster, because I can't keep my own attention span going. Hopefully you're having a good night. Dre, congratulations for getting onto stream this week. I wasn't able to catch your game, and everything you said about Twitch chat being toxic is 100% correct, and I agree with that 100% as well. But if you're not following Dre, please go get him. Yes, it is Arc Pult. Serious Player is always cooked. And this is the challenge of Doom. This is the kind of stuff you see on my streams. I only bring the best. And by the best, I mean the weirdest crap you're going to see in your life. Would the signature be Doom? You know what? Actually, YRG? I think it would be. Now that I think about it, I kind of like that, actually. I'm hoping we hear back about the Pokemon card illustration stuff here soon. As far as I know, that they're supposed to be announcing it. There was a rumor that was going to be announced at NAIC. So we'll have to see. Okay, I've made it my talk. I'm going to circle back a little bit and talk about how toxic and shitty the Twitch chat is for the Pokemon streams, and how like inconsistent they are with their banning. Like Cash has been banned for like we don't even know what. I've gone in there and I've spammed emotes upon emotes, and I can't get them to ban me. And I've done some that look very, very questionable. Like I'm trying to get them to ban, and they just won't. But I've watched them ban people for the stupidest stuff, and then not ban someone for being a complete and total asshole. It's just bad. That's one of those things I wish Pokemon would do better. That's why it's better to go to something like YouTube, as they are trying to set up that free price turn. And like yeah, not taking Iona was interesting. One of the things I'm also doing with my tournaments and everything is very yeah, let them cook. Let them cook. A very no tolerance policy with this kind of stuff anymore. And I will randomly go into games now and see how people are interacting. So that's something I do as a tournament organizer now. As I go into random games and I make sure things are going. Josh P85, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that guy. That is the truth. Smart move there, bringing up the Radiant Greninja, but we get the boss's orders. Jeez. He never even found his sword or anything. Like, okay, gotta check out this list. Check it out. Yeah, my season's over too, Cash. Sadly, my season's over. I ended it with a second place out of 8 players. Look at this. Like, what is this? And why does it... Okay. I swear to God, Mysterious Player makes every single deck work. This guy just, like, I don't know what he comes up with half the time. I don't even know who it is. Like, I swear to God, this is just Tord in disguise. So, like, is it or not? I don't know. But he's so good. Ooh, 500. That's close to Worlds, man. Yeah, the Turbo Arvin. Right. Mysterious, I wish I could just look up a whole history of what Mysterious Player has played. And he would just whatever he's playing, it's just so goated. And we're also just waiting on 2 matches. Let's actually see what those last 2 matches we're waiting for are. Oh, Prowlers and Kato. So let me go see if their game got fixed. No, it looks like the stream crashed. But that would actually be the last game where we'd be watching. Which you guys are going to go into ad break here in about 3 minutes. I'm going to let it run through since we're not in a game right now. But if you guys saw anything else that was interesting in the metagame, please point it out and we can talk about it. Also, if you have any questions about the regional this weekend, go ahead and hit me up. And yes, one of the biggest questions always asked is, do you ship international? Yes, we do. And the second question being asked, why is there not top 4 playmats right now? No sponsors for it currently. If someone wanted to drop some money or pay for the production of them, then we could do that. But I paid. I essentially paid for everything, so that's where it came from. And the last game is done, so we will be moving on to another game. Let's go ahead and update the standings real quick, see where people are at. Oh, we got right now Lazy with the Lugia. Kato took the win. No, right, Cash, if you win, I'll literally just take it to you. Our last winner, Lucas Oldell, I was almost able to, but I ended up having to ship it, but that's fine. That's it. Let's see what people pair up against. So let's go ahead and end this round and let's get it go. Yes, Ancient Box is like different. All right, round is up. Let's see who Blazy's going up against, or even CZ. CZ's got the Lost Zone box. That's always good. We know Savid's on that. Blazy, I know you're on Lugia. I know it's such a lie. Who's Blazy up against? Blazy is up against an other deck. Oh no, we're gonna go watch Blazy. He's playing up against an interesting deck, so we'll go watch the interesting decks. We always watch the interesting decks. Like, I have no idea what this deck does. I have no idea what it will do, but we'll watch it. And their player they're up against is Lori127. So as soon as they get going, we will get that going. What's up, Size Matters? What's up, Z-Man? Z-Man, are you ready to come back and possibly I see you in chat, come and cast? As I know, I was waiting on the baby stuff. I know babies are weird and how they are and everything. So if you are, dude, just you can even message me on Discord and I'll schedule you up ahead of time because I just know how babies are. Anyone playing Gouging Fire tonight? I don't think we saw anyone with Gouging Fire tonight. Our Gouging Fire player, Moxie, I don't think he's playing it tonight. But oh, we got two. We got two. Okay, awesome, man. We'll figure this out because I know you were. I was like, okay, maybe I'll get one this week, and then you had your baby. I'm like, ah, babies. Kids. Well, I mean, kids are what prevent me from starting this earlier. Actually, I am a little surprised that we don't have more Miraidons. Yeah, I'm just waiting for our people to get going here. Let's look at the deck that Blazy will be going up against. Mawile, Frostlass, Ursaluna. Also with the Elect Kid and the Radiant Serena. The other important thing, they are playing the Temple of Sinnoh and the De-Evolution. De-Evolution can be very dangerous to the Lugia. It looks like they're getting their match going, so we'll get that. That one guy, 100% understand, man. It's like, we're gonna have about a 2 to 3 week break. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, depending on how, things work. The reason why is because I'm sending Mrs. Doom on her first vacation in like 14 years. Like, I've gotten regionals and like they've gotten like maybe the random off somewhere on a weekend. Possible, not really, to be honest. So I'm sending her on a very long vacation. And because of that, I have to be able to take care of kids. I have a special needs kid, so I mean I have to be able to help. All right, Emio, start reading random facts. Here's a random fact for you. Oh, always amazing. The original Seattle Mariners logo is an upside down trident. It turns out that upside down tridents are bad luck in Greek culture. And when the Mariners had a Greek owner for a short amount of time, that they had one. You gotta do the Lugia here. As much as you want to do the Archeops, I would do the Lugia. he bought them like it's like 87 or something like that, in 1988. The first thing he did was change the logo. Hey, Princess. We had a cap of 64 players tonight, and we had 13 people after that who checked in and submitted lists and were ready to play. And so I can actually look at this a little bit and see how far down did we go into the wait list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, he dropped. Did he drop already? We went actually looking at it, we went pretty far into it. So let me see. What did you register under? I can double check. Oh, I see it. Yeah. You're number 8 on the wait list after that still, so. And that's why, I mean, some people want to have the expanded, and maybe if I did expand it, we would have more, we could definitely handle more players. But again, it comes back to talking like that about time is like, I can't start an hour earlier like I do on Fridays. What's up, Day Camp? Which funny enough is we don't have a tournament this Friday. What's up, Subin? Oh man, I am, to be honest, I'm not, compared to the other 2 regionals, I am nowhere near as prepared for this one. Like I was like, oh man, I'm going to work on a whole new graphics package. I'm going to do all this stuff, right? And I've done like none of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing so good right now. I'll probably have enough time to fix up the games played package and then go from there. I should add a graphic like, yeah. Actually, that would be Top Deck City. I don't actually remember where I ever heard Top Deck City before or why I started saying it, but it is, I don't think that has stayed in any time I cast or to even talk about things like scenarios or anything. Like my buddy's like, oh, how's your game going? I'm like, I'm living in Top Deck City right now. Oh, unfair stamp. Right, they knock out their own Pokemon, right? Oh, they're gonna get the dark here. There goes the Elect Kid. I almost went pressed on that. That was like my first reaction was go click on their discard pile. We'll see the Adrenaline Brain here, get some damage moved. It's a Freezing Shroud on everything with an ability. We could see the Wellspring come into play again. But no, you're not going to see the Wellspring again because Mana Face in play now. Might as well just take the KO. You could also hear Iron Hands. Iron Hands is a thing. Really put them on a timer. Especially considering that now looking at it, he's not going to get damaged by the Frostlass. Frostlass is not going to do anything. He's got four Pokemon though. We can easily get damaged 10 per turn or more, but okay, here's a question. Like we saw all that hyping up of Raging Bull Ogerpon, right, over the weekend. A lot of new players of it. Is it I'm even going to poll it. I'm just going to do it as a poll. Is it legit or is it fake news? So I get like trying to stick something up in the active, but he should have enough. Like, yeah, so he puts him on a timer. Like, I'll tell you my thoughts after the poll. You could Speedwing Manaphy here. You can also see 1, 2. You can also put more pressure with the Iron Hands for them to try to get like a win. Oh, too bad Mist Energy didn't work against abilities. Just get some energy out there. I'm not sure either. We should be able to, he takes 2 here. Yeah, make sure you have energy, retreatable energy on everything you have. Is not a bad idea. Well, now it doesn't matter because Ampy very much is just going to run it over. Oh, that one guy is actually a lo-fi Pokemon list that has stuff like Legend of Zelda and some other ones mixed in. Oh, the Ursaluna can take a KO here. Forgot that. So now he's got to figure a way around the Ursaluna because he loses the other energy. But then again, he's got Ultra Ball in hand. Probably just go give themselves a boss's orders after they clear this out. GG. Okay, so yeah, you guys said it's a legit deck. I definitely think it's legit. If anything, it's making Control rethink everything. And like some of the Control players I've talked to are like, they don't know how much to do, you know, to tech for it. Like, what do you do, right? So like having unlimited cap potential, having a draw engine that's very easy. Like if you watched last week's Tournament of Doom, we had watched it absolutely got to zero and absolutely destroyed it. I had like one card. So we were sitting here like, okay, maybe Lugia is just gonna like walk all over this. He's losing one Archeops here. He doesn't have access to the Wellspring Ogre Pawning. The Drago deck? I haven't even tried it yet. The Drago is the Drago is a deck that you need to know it. He's got two chances here to get a heads. I mean a tails. He wants a tails or a head. So if he gets a heads here, that's one card out of the deck. Yeah, I saw what we looked at. Raging Bolt went through the roof over the weekend. Like my brother was like, oh hey, I think I have, oh my god, that sucks. There's the boss. There's the tails they needed. Oh, they could Weird Ear. For a minute there, I thought Weird Ear was like the grass one that's going around right now. Maybe, I don't know. If they knew that was their play, that was their play. I forgot about the Weird Ear. Good game from both players. That was an interesting. Like, I really thought, the Frostlass was going to pull it off at the end, but that, oh, I forgot her name, Carmine. That Carmine was just crucial. Let's go ahead and update our standings, see where things go. See, I keep forgetting Weird Ear's a card. We do have Dragon Bolt Lost Zone box. This is what I was talking about earlier. I feel like this is a trap. Because, I mean, you are cutting your energy numbers down. I mean, look at this. How much energy numbers are down? Lots of switch cards. Okay, this is a different version than the builds I've been seeing. Don't give me hope about Dragapult. Like, I like Dragapult as a Pokemon. I played Dragapult VMAX. I love playing Dragapult VMAX. Lucky for me, I don't have any IRL stuff right now, so I don't have to pay the $6 to buy Dragapults. Like, there's someone selling it for $6, but with $5 shipping. They gotta be having something coming out here soon. You know they're gonna release some Dragapult EX product at some point. But anything, okay, the thing is, anything that can hit a large amount of numbers right now is really good. So one of the things I've been playing is Lost Zone Tina, right? Yeah, see, like, okay, here, I'll pull up TCG Player and we can see how bad it's. You can see the spike at TCG Player for it. It's hilarious, right? Look at this. The illustration rare was down to $50 and now it's up to 104. That guy I used to call my Dragapult VMAX deck, don't kick the baby. I mean, at least it's down to $6. Like, it was at 13, dropped all the way down to $1, spikes back up to 7, and now it's like at 6.26. And it's selling for that much right now. Like, you can see the prices right there. Now watch out though, watch out for some of these. Like, people are selling Japanese ones and they do market, but you gotta be careful. Ogre Pawn's at $12 right now. You're also kind of like running out of time to like get cards or NAIC if you're going. You know who does do delivery at NAIC? TabletopVillage.com. And if you use code DOOM5, that's DOOM numerical 5, you'll save 5% off that as well. I believe they're doing it at NAIC delivery. They usually do stuff like that. Sadly, doomed-gaming.com, Doomed Gaming, will not be able to do it. I will not be there as much as I'd like to be. Right? And Dialga's fallen off the map entirely. And this is weird. Tony Toon, it is listed as other. I think the reason why it's listed as other is because it's playing the Pogo Charmander and the Entei. But otherwise, this is just Charizard. Lost Zone Box, Mysterious Player 2-0. Okay, Latimer coming in with Lugia, Archeops. A lot of Lugias. Here's the Raging Bolts, the Hustler. Lugia, Lugo 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a Pidgeot Control here, 1-1. Couple more. Here's a straight Dragapult. Roaring Moon, Dun Sparse. The good old Dun and Dragons. Oh, there it is. So waiting on a couple more games here. We're waiting on about 6 games. And where's it? Giratina Lost Zone Box. Okay, I'm gonna look at this and I'll see how different it is from what I'm playing. Okay, this one is different. There's 3 versions of it out there right now. You have the unfair stand version, what we're looking at right here, where you're trying to hit your opponents even earlier with hand disruption. It works pretty well against Dragapult, kind of, considering that you're trying to KO one Dragapult with your Star Requiem, and then or clearing out the bench with something like either Moonlight Shuriken or some action with Sableye. Like, it can be a bit difficult, but you can do it. And so you also play the Forest Seal Stone rescue board, 1 switch, 3 switch cards, plenty of energies. It's interesting. And also on top of that, you got the Ursaluna. This thing's like so good. YRG, I'm actually with you on that. I actually like the maximum belt. That's the only hand you just said it too. Even though I'm on delay, so it makes sense. I saw it and you're like 15 seconds later, yeah, Doom agrees with me. I like the max belt better. Max belt hits the numbers against Charizard. It gives you you only ever need to use it like once anyways. And then usually they have enough support mons you can go around. But currently they're the only one playing it. Who else we still have streaming? We do have Paparazzi. Excessive V still streaming? He might. I thought he dropped. Yeah, he dropped. Huh. Paparazzi. He's played the Dialga Matang. I think we'll get him on next just to see how it's going. Yeah, Dialga Matang on early because I'd like to see it in this new format. We haven't seen it yet, so. That guy, the hype behind it is that you can use other Radiant Pokemon with it while still getting the benefits of what Radiant Charizard was. So you end up with, yeah, it's trading off a Radiant for a 2-prizer. Like, yeah, it is 2-prizer that's about 100 HP healthier. But you are doing that, and on top of it being colorless, you don't have to find a fire energy to make it work. So that's the big difference. You can use whatever energy you have, or even better, if they've taken 5 prizes and you're just looking to win the game, that's all it takes. Oh, look at CZ's list here. Again, here it is. Like, we'll look at it real quick. Like, you see its ability. Used by this Pokemon costs one colorless less for each prize your opponent has taken. That 5 prizes, it costs you nothing. The question with Razard, you always need 1 fire. That's the trade-off. Which I really want this version of it, like IRL. But I will probably not get that anytime soon. So I would also, I think I'd be happy with the gold more so than the red because it's Honey Bear, right? What's up, CZ? Just looking at your deck real quick. Good old Lost Zone. It feels like going to NAIC, Lost Zone is still pretty good. And I know some people are going to hate me for saying it kind of thing, but I think Lost Zone is like your new Mew. And it's going to be around for a very long time. The person makes it Winnie the Pooh. I remember talking one of those dad things when we have little kids and they walk around without pants on, just a shirt. You just call it Winnie. You just go, oh man, they're walking around like Winnie the Pooh. Okay, here we go. Aerodactyl Arceus is back, and now it's got a new buddy here. And Cornerstone Mask, Ogerpon. Giovanni's Charisma? Wow. Yeah, the new Kyurem's going to be brutal. It just depends on how many people play it. We are just waiting on one match. Once that match is done, we will have our next game going. Oh, this one, right? This one's so good. All the Illustrator rares have just been awesome. They've just like killed it with illustration rares recently. I mean, look at it. It's $132 anyways. get damaged for $72. I wish I had that one. All right, it says all matches complete. I don't believe that. Give me a sec here. Looks like we do have a tie. I am just making sure they're all good before we move on. And we'll watch Paparazzi in his Dialga Matang going up against who knows what yet. Hopefully not something fire-based. That's a good one. I still think between the Raikou, the Suicune, and the Entei got the bad end of the stick. All right, they both said GG. No one's complaining. I'm just going to pair it up and keep it going. Round 3 is up, chat. Let's see who Paparazzi is up against. He did not get the thing. He is up against Yunta, who is playing Lost Zone Radzar. So we'll this could be a very good game. It could also be a very quick game. Like it is honestly gotten harder for me to figure out Full Art Raikou. Full Art Raikou is it running? Let me see if I can find the Lost Zone deck real quick. It's running with like these speed lines. I was just looking at it too. There it is. So it's this one right here. It's got the speed lines, it's got the lightning, it's very flash-like. Very good. I definitely do like this lo-fi playlist. I don't remember where I found it on Spotify, but I found it and it was but 3 of the legendary beasts, I always call them dogs. Entei definitely got the low end. And the artist who did the Entei doesn't do that much art. So there's always an issue with that. How much time? I want to reset the clock here. So we're just waiting for them to set up. I'm gonna make sure that I announced in the Discord, right? Yep. Announced in the Discord. They are just waiting. They've sent their friend request. They will forever be the legendary dogs to me. And I've always wanted to know where that came from. So they both checked in. Right, Suicune rotates, doesn't it? Or has rotated. I'm looking at this. I'm just looking to see that I'm trying to figure out where. According officially they are the legendary beast, and they are based off both cats and dogs. They have cat and dog features. So their main bodies are more tiger, lion, and cheetah, but they also use stuff from Celestial Guardians, which I'm looking at them real quick, and I believe those were dogs. All right, we're waiting for this game to get set up. Hopefully it didn't freeze. Because we do have other games we can jump to, including Mysterious Player. Yeah, since this game's going, on my end it's frozen, so we'll jump to another game. I was hoping to get Dialga and Tang on, didn't work. CZ, I believe, is already playing. Oh, we had Mysterious Player on earlier. We'll put him on again because he's probably going to win. I'm going to put CZ on. We'll get at least some sort of game going on. I went back and I checked Paparazzi's stream. It looks like he might get donked. And then, hey, we might be seeing Mysterious Player anyways. So I'm actually sorry, like I haven't even updated the things yet, and yeah. Okay then. Let me see if I can get player going. We also have Moxie. You know what? Moxie should be going. We'll get Moxie. His game has started. It's going. It's moving. So we'll get Moxie on. Nelson Guillen, great player, good guy. This happens sometimes. Like every game, I'm like, hey, let's go watch this game. It's like, no, that's a donk. CZ, I was looking for a game and I got on there and watched you get donked. And the thing is, the other person I was going to stream, Paparazzi, I went to their live stream and they almost got donked. £1 live, thank you for the follow. Hopefully your night's going well. Almost. It looks like his game's actually going, but I don't know what happened to the stream. There we go. We got a game going. So he's got... So I was privy to knowing this deck ahead of time when Nelson's been playing. It's not Lost Zone Tina specifically. It's like it's like more of a Lost Zone box in some ways. But yeah, Stream Curse is a way to put it, Professor Arson. I don't know if you're or not, but I am excited for this Saturday. Having the original of Doom going. We will always when there is a new format, I'm debating about doing a a pre-Worlds one as well. I might be able to, considering Worlds is in August, and that would be at least a couple months. With the newest format, since we will have one more format, it will be a mini set, but the mini set does look like it's going to move on and be good. So I'm debating it and running that on a weekend, possibly the week before. I don't know when people are leaving for Worlds. We'll see the Giratina come in here, get a couple more into the Lost Zone, which they probably desperately. I like seeing the Pokegear and Switch cart myself, but the Heavy Ball and Roxanne can still have to see play. I don't know if he's searched or not. See, there's actually been some people talking about playing Iron Thorns and a lot more stock. Like, the focus was on like, hey, let's just make this into a straight 4 control deck. Why not use it as a support kind of thing, like a setup, stop? Because surprisingly, Iron Thorns does kind of well against Ogre Bolt, because Ogre Bolt really depends on all the rule box Pokemon having abilities. We see 7 here. He can wipe the damage. What's up, Go Bowling? Also, congratulations on last week's finals appearance. Now, I gotta remember if Nelson here runs a vacuum. Gotta keep the bolt. Klefki's interesting, but does Klefki hurt you as well? I gotta see if he does that. Let's see. Nelson here is running a very weird Lost Zone deck. He does play the Unfair Stamp. Does not play the Lost Zone. The Lost Vacuum. Like, okay, here's a question about it. Like, if you're able to get the Klefki out, like, what's the benefits of it versus you can play around it? Because you're trying to shut down stuff like their Ogre Pawns, right? And be able to draw, and possibly also like Squawkabilly as we see here. Because the only sucky thing you have is like, it's just, ooh. We're gonna see an attack here. I think we actually see a KO. I also gotta double check what the fair draft does. Oh, this is prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks by your Pokemon's basic EX. Okay, that's interesting. So even though he's grass weak, he can wall here. Oh, I kind of like that. Dirty Beam. Such a dirty beam. Now, this is something that's starting to see a little bit more play. Is people are starting to play more. Right, the Jordan Vulpix of this meta, which makes sense. I probably played Lost Tina to a cup this weekend, right? I took second, 2-1. I lost the mirror, beat Lugia. I don't remember who else it beat. Right. That guy, the Noivers attack is good too. Took second. I wanted the mat. They gave us 4 prize packs each for prizing, so like everybody got the same amount of prizing. Which I was kind of like, man, but like for an 8-person tournament, kind of made sense, to be honest. What's up, Stellar? It is round 3 with 3 more rounds left. And part of me is like, man, like as I've been playing it, I don't know why I felt like I made it so difficult to play in my mind, IRL and everything. I have no idea why. Now I gotta see if his opponent plays the Cornerstone. They do not. So this Paragraph is probably going to win him the game. Because I don't think he has any shred attacks on the other side. And there's no reason for Nelson here to bench anything else, right? And I don't think they play Echoing Horn. That's not a thing. I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't know what. One of the things I'm trying not, after playing the Lost Zone here, is I'm trying not to buy into, like hate and hype around a deck. Like, I want to play Raging Bull Ogerpon just because it's fun. It reminds me a lot of Blounds. I want to play more Lost Tina because I had fun with Lost Tina and Lost Zone box. Like I loved playing Mew when it first came out. And I let it get so much into my head about like, oh, it's the evil deck thing, that I never got it. I never played it as much as I should have. And part of it is like it's casting and having these tournaments, and to be honest, it was an easy one. Villainize. Easy one to villainize. Like, we all want that villain deck, right? For a while there, it was Lugia and the Muse and other things. And like, people still want to. And you know what? It's a good thing to have a villain deck, but for me, I need to stop buying into it so hard and actually play the deck. Yeah, just bodied here. Dang, this Paragraph. Dirty Beam. I believe that puts Nelson here at 2-1. Yeah, 2-1, but interesting deck. Having the ability to get that Paragraph set up. So is that set up? Just keep hitting. Like, if that is a full version out there. That will be interesting how Ogre Pawns, how they deal with it. Like, let's look at the metagame real quick, right? Okay, we got the metagame. I didn't even organize your stream. Ha! How many of them are playing the Cornerstone? 0.29% are. So not even a quarter of the decks. A little more than a quarter of the decks are playing. I'm guessing... Nope, they're not. They're playing the Slitherwing. Which I get what the Slitherwing's for. It hits 240 against... It's the Iron Hands tech. It's 100% the Iron Hands tech. But yeah, I'd like to know how it does into Bolt, because Bolt doesn't have a shred attacker either, right? You kind of just get the Farigiraf set up and then you go from there. Plus, if you didn't notice, we'll go back to his list real quick. He plays the Thornton. So even if you went after the Girafarig, like right off the bat, right? You can still bring it back with the Thornton. And then evolve it into the Farigiraf. And also having Unfair Stamp has been good against a lot of decks right now. Arson, I don't think you're in the minority. I think we're at a good like 50-50 on it. Like, I can understand IDing into day 2 of a regional, even if it hurts your chances of doing better in it. If only because you're tired. And you're like, I need to get home and get rest for the next day. Little bit easier if you say, if you're like, you know, 8-0 or something. Like, it makes more sense. But like, even at going like 6-2, it can. I'm glad you consider me a good player, but I sound more of a good commentator / coach. I say, if you're that worried about the Ogre Pawn matchup, I don't think Klefki is the right thing for it. Because, or Lost Zone Box. Like, it's a good card right now. And some people are like, okay, we'll even go back to the Ogre Pawns real quick. Ogre Pawns are also playing Fluttermane right now. So the thing is, though, Fluttermane doesn't make sense if you're trying to stop Ogre Pawn. This is more of a straight Lost Zone Box stop. Not a lot of them are playing it yet. So like Regidrago, not fully sure. Because like, I know your biggest issue heading into it is like the prize trade. It can be so bad. But also think about this. We're already seeing it go down. Zoink Whitey, thank you for the follow. We're already seeing it go down in usage, right? Like even just tonight, 64-person tournament. Raging Bolt's 10% of the meta. So say you only know you have a 1 in 10 chance of playing against it every round. Is it worth Klefki doing that? Is that important, that 10%, that 1 in 10 chance of having it? And how much consistency and stuff does it add? Yep, I'm the one who streams. I stream the games. I find a game every round. We try to find more interesting decks, and then we usually get to more people who are like undefeated and such as the things go on. We'll also be streaming this Saturday starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time. We'll have the regional championships, the quotations, because it's not, you're not really a region unless you call it online, where we will have that, and I'll have full guest casters, because there's no way I can, usually it lasts about 8 to 9 hours per day to do that. Like I already go and spend I'll do 5 hours on a Friday night, and I am dead by the end. What's that? The good news, Stellar? Like, let's just see what this Regidrago box had. They actually put the Raging Bolt in there. Carmine. Okay, see, they're like, this one took it and said like, hey, oh yeah, Angel Hernandez retired is great, dude. I'm going to do this. I was still not believing it until like yesterday, until this like later today. There's a rumor that there's a umpire scandal coming up, maybe even focused around Angel Hernandez, and that's them trying to get ahead of it. That is good. That is good. We don't know. The rumor is that there's some sort of umpire scandal, possibly. Let's see. Update standings. Yeah, like they're gambling or something. It's just a rumor. A couple of people have said have said they've heard some rumblings, but nothing solid has come out. So like if we hear something in the next week or something come out, like umpires were calling bad calls for whatever reason, and Angel Hernandez was like the ringleader of it, that's why. You know, Tony gambling? Yeah, but that's because they pinned it all in his translator. And like a lot of the stuff that came out about it was like his translator was like impersonating him. Which this Arceus Aerodactyl being 3-0 right now is hilarious. Actually, does anyone know if this Dragapult Lost Zone box can stream? I'll actually ask. I'll ask next round here. Arc Arrow is still good, Cash. That's the other matchup I want to get. Like if I could choose the matchups the deck I want to see next round, I want to see how this Dragon Ball Lost Zone box is running, because I was kind of dumping on it earlier. I also wouldn't mind seeing the Arceus Aerodactyl again, because like how it's a viable deck out of nowhere. I see Bronzong again. I mean, we got some good decks. Like, I'll reach out to some people. Like, usually I just grab people who are already streaming because it's easier. But I never know. All right. It says all matches are done, but I'm going to double check. Make sure there's no issues with the games that did play. One of them is a person who's streaming, so let's go and check it out. Make sure they're not having issues. Hey, give me an ad. Looks like their game is still going from the little thing in the corner. So that one is probably done. No one likes watching Gardevoir. Well, I like Gardevoir. It's a good deck. We tried to watch it earlier. I can still ask Ryan. Yeah, I got hit with the ad. There it is. What did I tell you? There'd be a judge call right then. First judge call of the night. Right, just make sure of everything. Okay. So they look like they're fine. Their game looks like they were fine. I'm going to double check one more time. I'm probably going to get hit with the ad one more time. Yeah, no, they're done. They're not finishing in time. All right, our next round. All right, round 4 is up for everybody. Let me reach out to somebody in the top cuts and see if we can get them. I wanted Jackson, right? Yeah, Jackson's up against the Hustler. Gabby versus Key. I'll see if Gardevoir can verse up against Arceus Aerodactyl. The other matchup I'll reach out to is Hustler Jackson Ben. Okay, Ryan says they can. Okay, cool. But we'll get Gardevoir on. Oh, the Kyle Schwarber Meltdown's a classic. That is a classic. All right, so we got Ryan now going up against Omi Mesmo. I have no idea what that means. Once I get there, once their game starts, I will have that going. Which they haven't started yet. We got 2 more rounds after this round, and then we will have our new Challenge of Doom winner, and then we will be going into the regionals. Dude, there's been some bad calls in general recently. Like, what was the one that just happened to like the White Sox that cost them the game? All right, looks like they're going. So we got Gardevoir here going up against Arceus Aerodactyl. Yeah, I think it was the White Sox, which I'm actually going to go see the Mariners play the White Sox here in a few weeks. But I'm going to do it on, they're bringing back Buter Buzzcut night, which is going to be legendary. Which is even better considering I don't have hair anyway, right? So they're like, if you don't have hair, if you're bald, you can get in for free. I'm like, yeah, male pattern baldness finally paying off. All right, so they got quite a few good cards here. They do have to get rid of that stadium at some point, but only because they play so many basics. You know what? I want the robot only for certain umpires. Like if Angel Hernandez didn't retire, Angel Hernandez should have the robot umpire fixing his calls. Cash, I had that happen to me earlier today, where the game bugged out and would not let me take the maximum belt from my Colress. And that was one of the first times I've had that happen. See, I couldn't get my parents to do it either. Mine was a 2-hour drive going west. But now it's back. It's back June 13th, I think it is. Yeah, June 13th, the Thursday night, they're doing Buter Buzzcut night. And I'm so excited for it. The best thing about it though, is that I might actually have tickets to the Diamond Club instead. Hey, if I do that, oh my god, there's like no reason to get it. Oh, they were. Oh, we actually had second judge called the night. The other one was just, oh, it was like a slight misunderstanding. And night. Oh my God. I'm sorry for the Angels. What happened was Mike Trout. I've been a Mariners fan a long time, and the big thing we've always said is fuck Mike Trout, because they do get the RCS set up here. He's too good of a player to keep having what's happening happen, and now like I'm sad about what happened to Ronald Acuna. When Acuna's down. Okay. Such a naughty word seller. Right, so they've got the first attack with RCS V-Star. They're setting themselves up better. They're gonna get at least one prize here, but they can also, they've already used their V-Star attack and they could end up getting unfair stamped, which isn't going to hurt anywhere near as much as you would hope it would, considering that they are going into sorry, just a moment. They're going to be able to Acuna unfair stamp, but they just get out of it. They just get right out of it. They've got the Bibarol. Well, oh, actually, you know what? That's a good one. Now I just realized they had the Flutter Mane up there. Probably Trout doesn't like winning. Is he like, it just sucks. He's now blown out both his ACLs. So like, I think he's got like maybe another good 3 or 4 years left in him, and then he's just out. Like what more can he do? All right, so looking from this side, we're watching here. They're trying to get the Gardevoir set up. They've got the Drifloon. Drifloon's going to do some good stuff. They're trying to prevent them from being able to get any cards or get out of the active. They could possibly, we see the Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory's coming in. He's going to get his attachment. Then they're going to pass for the turn. Yeah, Twitch user. Oh, man. He had the Iono. Oh my god. That's so brutal. Let's see, just checking something. All right. That is true, that guy. We did it, but we did have like Griffey get, well, he's had a weird life in general. We had people like Randy Johnson who did bail after a while. We also had who else like bailed? A-Rod was different. It was like Ichiro, and even Ichiro got traded away for a while after a while. Like Felix Hernandez is like the closest I could say we had to a lifer. And even then he got released in the end. Tried to catch on with the Braves and then came back. Edgar Martinez would be the one. When was this written? 2020. So it's a little out of date. I'm just looking at the longest tenured players for each team. Not even I don't even know if it's active. This might be for active. Oh, this is for active last year. Like Mike Trout. Mike Trout was like the longest Angels player. Like Jose Altuve for the Astros right now. And then currently the longest tenured Seattle Mariner is actually Julio Rodriguez. Dude, I get so off topic, it's hilarious. Things happen in this game, I go, oh yeah, what's happening? Oh look, they've got a Curlia set up and they got a Drifloon and they're attacking. And then they got the Bronzong they could possibly play. I think it's Edgar Martinez for the Mariners. I think it's Cal Ripken for the Orioles. It is kind of clipping a little bad, but I will take a slower clipped game that has issues over like a donk and stuff. So interesting that they brought the Monkey Dory into the active. Ziggy Neptune. Zingy Neptune. I'm sorry. Zing Neptune 64, thank you for the follow. Hopefully your night's going well. I mean, you have to attach and retreat it. Well, okay, you know what? I keep thinking the Monkey Dory was dark. It's not. It's not a dark type. Making the sad face there. Ooh, this is not as good either. Get rid of the technical evolution here. They do have the Artisan, but they don't have anything they're looking for. Looking for anything like the Drifloon or the Screamtail. They're all in the discard right now. Do you just come up and attack with the Gardevoir? Right, because it shuts down. They'll check an Aerodactyl V-Star. V, right? So yeah, what is it doing? It does Arrow. It does like nothing. The other problem is with it as an attacker is it lost zones your own deck. Like I could literally, oh dude, Santana and Halliday was such a good matchup. I could literally sit here and talk about baseball and Pokemon like for hours on end. That's always a good one. So I'm surprised they're grabbing the Manaphy. Okay. See the second embrace here. We're just gonna see the attack with the regular Gardevoir. Like, you gotta be careful with the amount. Who's going? Oh no, 100% that guy. It gets worse when you're tired at the end of a night of a long tournament. It's so much harder. That's why I especially go out of my way. Like when Emmy's on, me and Emmy can talk about almost any. Tonight was a pure I'm going to do this on my own, be able to talk, any questions answered, anything else before I bring in. I think I have 7 casters coming in this weekend. So we have more than enough people. Thank you for the follow as well, Professor Arson. Have a good rest of your night, man. I know you've been here all the whole time. The Boyo Boyo, thank you for the follow as well. That is actually a really cool username, Boyo Boyo. I love that. Which is funny considering I use the word boyo, like talking about my kids all the time. But see, it's also the first Doom regional because where a cup isn't being hosted because like all cups are done. See, as much as I like having like the chance of doing lots and lots and lots of like extra rounds for like just even a regular tournament, even then, like the tournament, the regional this weekend, it's still an abbreviated regional comparatively. We have 7 rounds day 1. And with Top Cut, 7 rounds day 2. So essentially 14 rounds altogether. I expect probably about 200 players again, 200 to 300. That's the expectation, but even then I wouldn't be surprised if we had less. Currently we have 93 people registered. So we'll see the return KO here. The biggest challenge he's going to have here as the Gardevoir player is how does he finish out the game? Oh wait, no, he wins the game right here. What am I thinking? He just wins here. I really didn't realize he was at 2 prizes. This was actually close to one of the final games. Good game here out of Ryan. There's the Bronzor. Oh, player dropped. Why'd you drop? Why'd you drop, Blazy? I can understand. It's just a challenge. It's like, when is Pokemon Worlds? I'm trying to remember. Pokemon Worlds 2024. August 16th and 18th. I'm looking up that day right now. So if I ran it on the 10th and 11th, I forgot it doesn't even start till that Friday. For some reason, I thought it started on Thursday. Maybe I run a Worlds of Doom on the 9th, on the 10th and 11th. They have not announced next year's venues yet. They probably won't announce them until possibly NAIC, otherwise Worlds. I think they announced it at Worlds last year. I might have been wrong. It might have been NAIC, but they announced like half of them. Like they had dates for like half of them and the other half came later. What's up, Ryan? Good game. We got distracted by baseball, but I thought you actually had needed more prizes. I didn't realize you had one on that final turn. We know they'll announce Worlds the next year's place at Worlds, so hopefully we'll get a good one there. Actually, let's look at your deck a little bit here, because like, one of the things people were pointing out was the Evolution Jammer Bronzong. Like as a straight back against Lugia. And then like you had the unfair Sam play where you brought up their Bibarel and they had Iono anyways. That sucked. But I mean, it's still a good match. I get okay, even talking like Worlds of Doom versus not Worlds of Doom. What like I'll have to see how excited people are about playing a Worlds format versus like just waiting until the next regional. Or Zard Pulse. You know what? That actually makes more sense. That is true, because they can still attach energy by hand. How often do you start something like the Bronzong itself? It can't be that often, right? Which also, I'm gonna bring this up real quick because you're saying in chat, I've said it talking. The word kill when you talk about when you knock out your opponent's Pokemon. Surprisingly, we had I was listening to the casters using that term. They killed their opponent's Pokemon. And that's something like you don't usually hear from them. They usually say knocked out, like KO. And I don't know if that's a loosening up or what going on with it. But I think it's interesting. Yeah, no, I don't care. I will say killed all the time. But it's just one of those things. Like you just don't. We all say it. And it says we are done. We do have time, so there should be no issue. So let's go ahead and just end the round. Keep things going. So round 5 is up. Ryan, if you want to just stay streaming, if you can, I probably won't jump to you this round. But if you're still playing, I can still get it. CZ, if you're still in stream, actually, I'll just go into your match and ask you. Let's see who you're playing against. You are up against Lugia with the Lost Box, so I would like to see it. Let me jump into your table anyways. Yeah, that's always great, Ryan. Like, just stay on and I can hop in because you're 4-0. And because of that, I can always do that. All right, so both sides are streamed. We'll check. All right, so chat, real quick, do you want to see the Lost Zone side or the Lugia side for this matchup? Whoever says in chat first, that's the side we'll choose. Or they can both be in here. We can actually get both sides. If I get both sides, it'd be really cool looking. All right, so we're actually gonna get both sides of it, chat. Both players said they will not cheat off each other. So we will have both sides. I'm actually just gonna turn their names off for this, and then we'll go over. So this is a rarity. And again, it comes down to it's if people are being, it's just asking me honestly, because your opponent's in there with you and you could sit there and do it. Like I'm muted, they're all muted, they're all sound off, so we can watch. Rufio! Rufio. Oh my god, as a kid, when Rufio gets stabbed by Hook. Broke my heart. Alright. So we're on the Lost Zone side right now. We'll jump over to the other side once it gets going. He is doing a quick deck check as he's putting on his confies. I see a good some Lost Zone here with the flower selects. Double checking what energies they do have. They do play the Iron Hands, so that can be crucial. So the vacuum. I don't know if it's worth vacuuming now, because the Lugia player might use it, might not. Colorus is fine. You do lose out there. Get rid of the Roxanne, get rid of the Artisan, and then we will see a pass. So now onto the Lugia side. They have got, well, let's just say what it is. It's a hand. They are going to be able to get one Archeops out of here, possibly two. Getting themselves set up pretty well. In their own hands, as they do play the Wellspring Ogerpon, and they do play the Iron Hands as well. So they probably might even feel safe just getting rid of their Chinchinos and maybe focusing up on heavier attackers. The question becomes, do you believe your opponent has enough in the tank here to possibly KO your Lugia? You saw them lost only 2 cards this last turn. And they don't have anything else set up now. But your hand's also... Yeah, but you'll possibly set up the next turn. So we do not. He does not have Manaphy. I don't even know if he plays Manaphy in the deck. This is a rough one. Yeah, I think the Wellspring is more important. How do you confuse Spectral Thief? He does have access to the heavy ball and probably wanting to get that set up. But if he... Oh, I forgot he had 7 already because of the lost vacuum. This game is going to hurt. The turn 2 Iron Hands. Thank you very much. Oh my god. 3 prizes. And he prized 2 chorus. All right, let's see what he's got. He's got a Jet Energy. Now he can possibly lock something up there with Sob. We'll have to see. All right. He doesn't currently have a switch card, but he can too. There it is. Oh my god. Six prizes. One Iron Hand. Oh my gosh. I did not mean for that to happen, chat, but we do have another game. We can't go back to Ryan's game. He has just started. I will get that game up here very shortly. There we go. So we got a game. Wow. Yeah, Lugia was in a great spot if that doesn't happen. Stellar Iron Hands took 6 prizes in 2 turns. There's probably a couple different outs he had, like possibly going Luminion, trying to get more cards in hand, or even doubling up on Lugia's would have been a thing. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, CZ. No problem. I honestly try to use they them for everybody, but she her totally understand. The CZ here, she absolutely just killed it. We're gonna see a good old 240 coming here. It's one of those things I've been working on for a while, and I get better. I have times I'm better about it and times I'm worse about it. But I am never intentionally going out and trying to misgender someone to be like, put bluntly, a dick about it. And what it is, it's hard for me with this is because I can't see the person. I have to guess. So. The Terra. They hit the Terra. The Terra typing is so much. Like, I'll say, okay. There was a couple weeks ago, I was out with my brother. He was playing Shin Pao. He was up against a Zard. Yeah, the active Zard had like 300 damage on it, right? So he bossed up their only Bidoof and then tried to Radiant Greninja the Bidoof and the Charizard. He got himself mixed up. It was the worst thing they did. Oh yeah, it definitely looks like they're going unpunished right now. Right, Ogerpon's a Terra. And it's weird because, like, Ogerpon you wouldn't assume is a Terra. But Raging Bolt isn't. Like, okay, here's the other thing about the Terra stuff. Ogerpon's one of the few Terras that doesn't have a crown of any type. And I wonder how bad it's going to get with Terrapagos comes out. Like, I no idea what's going to happen with Terrapagos and all that new stuff. We what? That's post Worlds set, right? I remember when the Terras came out, the first Lorna was inactive for too long. Did they quit or something? Let me go see what happened with this game. See if they got disconnected, possibly. Huh. Well, we saw it. Go ahead, reset the timer. But yeah, it's the mask. Let's see. I don't think anybody else is. Oh, you know what? Let's see. There is a control game going on. Let me check it out. It's against Dragapult. Dragapult needs 2 prizes, so maybe it's something. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I double checked. I think he might have disconnected. I know he plays on the phone, and sometimes the phone will just straight up crash. Because here's actually an interesting thing. Ogerpon actually technically has 5 forms. The other thing I remember is Dragapult has, even though it's dragon typing, is also immune to a lot of stuff. How much time is left in the tournament? Probably about 43 minutes. Less than an hour. It depends on how usually the last rounds move faster because we have 13 minutes left in this round, and then we'll have whatever the last round is. Fire, water, grass, fighting, and grass. The teal mask is considered a separate form. There is a naked Ogerpon that is not wearing a mask. It's usually the one that follows you and does quick fights. Teal mask is usually its default though. So when you battle, I believe it doesn't. It always has to have a mask on it, but otherwise it can be without. Right, you can run a deck with 20 Ogerpon. The funny thing is, if you change its terror type in the game, it will actually it'll freeze the game. Yeah, the 5th is the naked Ogerpon, which is essentially still grass. Ooh. Boss, they got it. Jeez. GG, Dragapult eating up the control. Yeah, I hate to see it. What's surprising is there's a shiny form. And the shiny form is essentially the same, except his face is green. There's like no changes to it. Like the masks don't change, the colors don't change, nothing. All right, so we are waiting currently on 4 games. I don't think anybody we have streaming right now is able to watch. So let's go ahead and just update the standings. So currently Ryan is number 1. He will be playing against Ray. We'll go ahead and we will stream Ryan for the finale, considering that this was technically will be the closest we'll have to a championship game. So excuse me. So we'll have that on for the finale. So that'll be Gardevoir versus Lugia, which is something that, you know, we've heard a lot in the last few months, and we'll probably continue to hear for months. Okay, here's another cool factoid about Ogerpon. If you have Ogerpon in your team, when you face off against Pecharunt, Ogerpon and Pecharunt will react at each other. only when you fight them in the main game. If you fight them in like a battle against each other, like just a friendly battle, then it doesn't work. Yeah, against Kieran. Kieran has the reaction. I did that every time. I was like, here's Kieran. I'm like, hey, here's Ogerpon. Ogerpon reacts to Pecharunt and Kieran in game. Which is just nice little detail. It gets angry. It gets pissed off because Pecharunt is the one who like conducted the whole thing of like killing its owner. Made the loyal 3 to go do the thing. I did too. I did not like Kieran. I didn't like Carmine as much either, but she was a bit better in the second half than the first. I didn't actually like most of the Blueberry Academy characters. I kind of found them to be pretentious, I guess. It made me happy to kick all their asses. Oh my god, day camp. Have you ever seen the Smiling Friends clip about that with the shrimp? Yeah, it was like all of these outsiders, and I'm like showing up. I'm like, the file systems I had. Not file systems. Like I showed up. I was like, here I come, and I'm like, I come in into their school with, Zacian and like shiny. I don't have a shiny Zacian, sadly. And just like entirely killing it. Actually, I'm looking up what my team is right now. So I walked into their school with Rapid Strike Urshifu, Landorus, Zacian, Ogerpon, Rotom Wash, and a shiny Skeledirge named Mr. Business. And on top of that, I still have a whole bunch of competitive ready Pokemon, like my Heattrans, my shiny Whimsicott, my French shiny Whimsicott. Yeah, no hope. Excalibur, my Gastrodon all set up, my shiny Fluttermane, shiny Garchomp, Landorus, Goldango, Gengar. Like these are just some of the ones I had on cart. I have a whole bunch I didn't even train up yet. They had no chance. They were getting ran over. And all of them were like already at 100. So they came in like, yeah. Moon Kitty, we're actually gonna go with Ryan's game because Ryan's 5-0, and this is essentially our championship game, the closest we have to the finals. But if you also want to stream your game anyways, to be honest, in case the game goes quickly and you're still playing, we can always jump over to you. which we are currently waiting on 2 matches, and then we'll get it going. Because unless there's an R500, which I don't think there should be, these Ray and Ryan will be playing. So we'll see the Lugia, we'll see the Gardevoir. We'll get to see which this Lugia is playing the heavy Cinccino version, so it'll be go. I always appreciate that you're able to stream Moon Kitty, and it's 100% that we're able to get the championship finals game. So I give a little bit of priority to that. Yeah, Poyo, I think they did. Now I'm like kind of sitting here going like I've been like really on to the Lost Zone stuff lately. I'm kind of like I kind of want to play it now. Womp. Oh there. What's up, everyone coming in from Just Jay Santos stream? I'm Senior Doom, professional illustrator, tournament organizer, and a half decent Pokemon TCG caster. I get distracted way too easily. Like, hey, there's a butterfly. We are currently getting ready for the last round of the tournament of the Challenge of Doom. Apologies, Challenge of Doom. Boom, regionals preview. As we are going to see our 2 5-0s. There's the last match. We're actually getting going. Our 2 5-0s go at it for the only 6-0 in the whole tournament. Let's go ahead and announce that is going, and once the players are set, we will have that game going. We will have, stop me if you've heard this before. That's weird that you ran into ads, because we just ran an ad a moment ago. It should have been fine. Gardevoir versus Lugia. Astral Pokédad, thank you for the follow. But again, if you're not following Just Jay Sato, please go give them a follow. They're a great streamer. They're very variety with Pokemon. I've watched them open cards. I've watched them play live. I've watched them do everything. So go give them a follow if you're not already. It looks like the game is starting, so we'll go ahead and get that going as well. And I'm going to double check. There should have been an ad. It's so weird. Nerdy Girl 19 Gaming, thank you for the follow. That's just so weird. So weird, but hey, that's how it is. You know, I had to stop playing Unite. I 100% had to stop playing Unite. I broke like 3 controllers playing it because I was also having other issues at the time that I'm in therapy for right now. Let's just say don't work for Amazon ever in your life. It was just so frustrating trying to play anything, just any of the games in it. Like you're just like, hey, here I go, I'm gonna play, and it's just like, no, like what? It's like, nope, I'm not gonna give you a good team. Your team's gonna suck. And I go, okay then. But interesting enough, he is probably he has the Bronzor in this list into the Bronzong, you may be going, oh yeah, well that's a Bronzor there. Why is he adding a Bronzor? Why is he mentioning it? He plays the Bronzong that can stop evolutions from the hand. The biggest issue they run into is if they have, well, if they have access to energy. Lugia will just keep attaching and keep putting more energy in play, and the Bronzong is only doing 30 damage a turn. So you'll watch it slowly but surely add up to a KO, but it won't. You know what surprises me is we don't have a lot of Festival either. That's the one I'm trying to get. Like, I want to see the Festival. And hopefully, and I haven't been able to get on stream yet. Like, nobody's played it. Like, they do stop the Cinccino here evolving with the Bronzong. But there's not much more I think they can. All right. Just make sure everything was going fine with our other matches. Had a couple late drops, but I mean that's fine. So we just see the technical machine evolution and the buddy poppin'. It's kind of the way Lost Gardevoir decks have adapted. They've moved to the TM evolution, which at times means they want to go second. At times it means they want to go first. I guess Lugia, it feels like you always want to go first anyways. I would almost want to see the Manaphy anyways, but yeah. Easy, always take the free win. What does Bronzong do, Stellar Wish? What would it take for me to ship you some Hawaiian brand luau barbecue chips? I would have to think on that. Surprisingly enough, I have shipping supplies. I probably could ship it. I thought it prevented the evolution altogether. I thought they couldn't evolve. I'll double check, but I thought that's what it was. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve their Pokemon. this kind of sucks though for the Gardevoir here because the Wellspring Ogerpon did it, and like there was a possibility they had a chance to bring out the Manaphy, but they chose not. We could see a revenge KO here. We've got to see the Super Rod play. Definitely put back one Ralts to Kirlias since they do have a Ralts in play. And Nest Ball. We're gonna see the Radiant Greninja. Dory. You could actually attack with the Gardevoir EX here and take KO if you play the Monkey Dory. If you feel comfortable about it. Because you could bring the Gardevoir up, move the damage off of it onto the Wellspring Ogerpon, and take the KO. You can still do it here in another attack. But I don't know, because like now they're gonna KO your active and they're gonna KO your Ralts. So I'm trying to figure out what Gardevoir's win condition is. Like maybe hope they don't have enough. Also, I've been glad it has been a fairly quiet night on the judging front. We will always take that. All right. You got the Dory, but still. Be nice if you had a boss's orders. Yep, no tournament this Friday. Regional on Saturday. Because there's no way I'm going to run a tournament on a Friday, on a Friday night, and then wake up 3 hours later to run a super long tournament. The Water Ogerpon gives them an option to be able to attack the bench. It's something they've been desperately needing. It hits 100 in the active, 120 to the bench, which I think this is how it's supposed to work. Let me look at the Lugia list real quick. It might be wrong, but when he was KOing, it doesn't matter. I think it's been broken. And we're starting to see a game plan here. Was Ryan's isn't technically in the finals right now. Game we're watching. I feel like you need to go after the Archeops, right? Because now he either needs energy in hand or he has to retreat into the Cinccino. Like, yeah, like it could be stranded there. Like, okay, it's got an attack. Jamming tower. Let's take the KO here. Try and prevent just being KO. I believe Ryan plays Unfair Stamp. And if he could boss Unfair Stamp, he would be in a really good spot. That's when he gets here. Iona works. This counter catcher Iona works. You got it. Like your best shot here. Is they don't have boss for game. And then their issue is they gotta get rid of that jamming tower and be able to attack with like hit the 280. Which even then you don't even have to hit 280, you just gotta get enough on that Lugia. Make sure to Monkey Dory. Make sure to Monkey Dory. Gotta weaken that up. I mean, he's sitting on a pretty good hand here. Thankfully, he Jock into evolutions, possibly get him out of the deck. Special roll for 140. Okay, so now, ooh, the refinement's a good one. Okay, now the problem is everything KOs here. He needs a lot. Like he can catch her here, but the jammer's going to just jam stuff. He can also unfair stamp, try to get more cards. This is a hope and pray moment. Like you need a counter stadium, you need the drift loon. You need to be able to hit 250. It's just more Arvins. Because now the Cinccino doesn't knock you out. Yeah, I don't see any outs. I think the Lugia just wins. Phew. Now you can't confuse. Confuse doesn't get you anywhere. Gotta make a play. You needed just a little more damage off that Gardevoir, and then on top of it, it still had gift energy. The 200 gets the KO there. Thus ending the Gardevoir's reign, and Ray 770880 will be our new Challenge of Doom champion, bringing Lugia back into the dominance that it has been for so long in this format. Just when you think it's done, it comes back. Out of nowhere. That was a close game, though. I think it just came down that last stadium came into play, and they just had no outs, and that's what some of the problems comes to. It's just like, okay, I'm almost there, and it just doesn't hit. Very nice game to watch, though. Very good game to end everything on. Yeah, Kirlia and Rod. Oh, that hurts. That makes sense, though. I know, Lugia is scary right now in general. It just has so much energy acceleration, all the special energy it has. It just hurts. So with that, we only have a couple matches left. Nobody's streaming their match. We already know who's Ray will be considered the champion. It will be the only 6-0. Couple 5-1s, a 4-1-1, 4-2s, couple 4-2s as well. So our top 8 decks will probably consist of, I think that is all. Okay, Paparazzi's still playing their game. They could jump up to 7. Lugia, Dragapult Lost Box, Lugia, Gardevoir, Lost Zone Box, Lost Box Charizard, Regibolt Ogerpon, and Dragon Ball Lost Zone Box currently. Yeah, just get the turn 2 Iron Hands to just completely wipe their board. Second. Easy, right? Oh, looks like Paparazzi just finished his game as well. So I just had him on the side. Update standards. And with that, actually, I'm going to send you guys off to Paparazzi. He is a friend of the stream. He is actually doing a charity right now as well. He should still be streaming. He's raising money for charity. He's currently at about 8% of his goal, which I mean, it's pretty. $4,500 is a massive goal, but still at almost $355, still good stuff. We will be back Saturday morning, bright and early. I will probably start the stream about 7:50 before the tournament starts. We will have that going. We will have the third regional championships, Tournament of Doom regional championships, and hopefully we'll get a good turnout and we'll see how many people. Otherwise, have a good rest of your night, and I will see you then.